Hey everybody, Dr. Oliver here from backintelligence.com, and today we're going to go over 5 basic exercises you can do to deal with low back pain. If you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button so you can get access to videos as we go through them. So low back pain is an extremely common thing that people deal with, and there's a variety of ways to treat this. We're going to go ahead, we're going to go over 5 different exercises you can do that are very simple, you don't need any equipment for, and you can do at the comfort of your own home or in your office, and they're good to do on a routine basis to keep your back in a good position. They're low-level, more activating type exercises that you can use to jumpstart a program to get your back in a good position. So we're going to start out with that exercise. We're going to go down to the ground. We're going to start out with a basic movement exercise. This is something I think people should do every day. It's essentially a cat-cow. It's a movement drill. It's not really a strengthening thing. What we're looking to do is get some activation and just get things moving in here. So we're going to go hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, and he's going to start cat-cowing. So he's going to drop down. This is the cow position where his belly drops down, his head's back, and then he reverses it. Head drops down, hips come up, and he forms that cat position. So this stretch exercise is something you should just have continuous slow motion with. We're not really holding these positions. If you feel good and you want to pause in one position, that's fine. But it's more about the movement. We're just trying to get some movement in this lower spine and just get things moving in a safe and effective way. It's important with this exercise, you don't push into pain. If you push up and you feel really uncomfortable, don't push into it. If you go down to the bottom and it starts to stress or cause a sharper type pain, again, don't push into it. You may have to have a limited range of motion for the first several days or weeks that you do this, and that's fine. You're just trying to get your body comfortable moving. So after we do this movement stretch and exercise, again, 10 to 15 times is generally pretty good. Then we can move into what we call the bird dog. This one we're going to start in the same position we're in before. Now we're going to talk about activating and turning some muscles on. It's more of a core activation exercise. So he's going to be nice and tight and rigid. You want to imagine someone punching in the stomach. Again, same position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to extend one leg and the opposite arm. The key here is you keep nice and stable right here. You might feel your glute contract, you should feel your core engaging, and your slow extension, pause at the end, and then switch. So again, opposite leg, opposite arm move together, and we hold that position. I'm going to show one thing that people generally do wrong here, and it's when they start to hinge on their low back. And that happens because they try to lift up the leg too high, and they get a big curve here. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for, again, Leon will show you a good one here, nice and stable position, and just extending the hip. Think about touching the wall behind you, not necessarily getting the leg as high as possible. You just want to be stable and lock in. 5 on each side, so that's 10 total. You can rest. You can do 3 sets of these. So 3 sets of 10 is a good number for the bird dog. After the bird dog, we're going to move on to the plank on the knees. So it's a variation on a plank that's a little bit easier, and especially if you're dealing with some back issues and you don't really have the core activation you need yet, this is an easier version. You're going to start on the ground. You're going to engage your stomach. So I want Leon to tighten his stomach on the ground first. So you should feel his stomach lift a little doing that. And then he's going to pivot back. So he's on his forearms and his knees, and he's keeping a nice straight position. He's not letting this sag down. He's going to hold that for 10 to 20 seconds, and then he's going to rest down. We'll have Leon go through another rep to show you what possibly could go wrong. As he goes up, you'll see this time that Leon's back will sag down a little bit. So Leon, go into it a little bit, and you'll see how he's holding a lower position here. Doing that is going to cause you to activate your back. You should not be feeling this in your back. You should lift those hips up higher, form a nice straight position, nice tight stomach. Again, initiating the tightness on the ground goes a long way in preventing your back from tightening. You should only feel this in the front of your body, in the abdominal wall, maybe in your hips and your glutes, but not in your low back. If you feel your low back, it's too hard, and you need to try to reactivate on the ground. So again, 10 to 20 second holds, sets of 5 reps is generally good with this as well. From this position, we can roll onto our back, and we can do another exercise that's really good for the low back. It's the glute bridge. So Leon's going to roll over for me. So he's going to assume the position of laying back on his back. He's going to have his knees bent, feet on the floor. He's going to have his heels within 1.5 feet or so of his butt. And he's going to drive through his heels, lifting his hips off the ground. This exercise is very important. We feel it in the right spot. And where is the right spot? In your butt. A lot of people will feel their quads or their low back, that is not where you want to feel it. If you do feel it in your quads or in your low back, you're going to want to tweak the position. We have a whole video on this that goes through in detail how to correctly do the glute bridge. It's really important you do this properly. One of the keys, though, is a lot of times just bring those feet together and put the knees apart and drive through the heels. If you're not feeling it in your glutes, reference back to our other videos so you can feel it in the right spot. You should never feel it in your low back. You're going to do these glute bridges. You're going to go up there. You can do reps, slow reps like this, or you can do holds as well. But we're generally going to have people do a rep, pause at the top, come down. 3 sets of 10 is pretty good with this one too. So we're going to have Leon do a couple more reps. Again, you can do reps or holds with this, but right now we're just going to do reps where he's driving through his heels, he's lifting his hips up, he's trying to get as straight and even as he can here. And again, he's not going too high where he would get his low back. He's doing a slow rep up and down. He should be feeling it in his glutes and his butt, not in his low back for sure, and he really doesn't want to feel his quads either. So we're just driving through those heels, getting those sets of 10 going through. Perfect. After we do the glute bridge, we can do the side bridge, which essentially is the same motion he just did, but laying on your side. So he's going to lay on the side facing you. He's going to prop himself up on his forearm, and he's going to have his knees in line with his fist. Okay, so he's got a slight angle here, kind of like the bridge on your back. What he's going to do is he's going to lift up through here so he protects his shoulder, and then he's going to drive forward and up. So again, he's bridging on his side. So he's working that straight position now, and again, he's going to feel the bottom muscles. He should feel those oblique areas. So he's going to hold this for 10 to 20 seconds, and then he's going to rest back and relax. So again, he comes back with those hips, and then he drives forward and up again. The key is that he's coming forward, he's bringing that pelvis towards you, and he's holding that position. Again, you'll feel it on the bottom side there, those oblique muscles on the bottom. You should not be feeling it in your low back. It should not hurt anywhere else. So again, 10 seconds holds, up to 20 is fine if you feel comfortable with it. Sets of 5 of these is pretty good. And you're going to do both sides. So after he did these 5 holds on this side, he's going to roll over and do the same thing. Again, propped up on the forearm. His knees are a little bit forward in line with his fist here. So again, he's at a slight angle. He's going to protect his shoulders. So he's going to lift up through his midsection there a little bit. And then he's going to drive forward and a little bit up. And again, he's feeling this bottom portion here. He's feeling those obliques. And he's going to hold 10 to 20 seconds, rest back. 5 is generally a good number of reps to do for this one. So we just went over 5 good exercises to work on to get your core active, to get your low back in shape. But again, these are baseline exercises. You're going to want to take this to the next level. We have a whole course dedicated to fixing low back issues. If you go to backintelligence.com and check out the course, it's the complete low back fix. You're going to find some of these exercises, but a lot of advancements that take you to the next level and really get you to being pain-free with your back.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like it and share it with a friend. Also, research shows that strengthening your core area can help relieve some of that low back pain that you're feeling, but it's important to know which exercises specifically to do and how, and you want these exercises to be both effective and safe for your spine. And we have just the PDF for that. So if you'd like to get a free PDF of core exercises that are safe for your spine and are very effective, there's going to be a link to get them somewhere here on the video or down below in the description. Just go to that page, enter your email, and we'll send you that PDF right away.